With Divine's grace and Guru's grace, I'm continuing my journey, and this recording, as the title suggests, is about two Mahans. Two Mahans in one body. That is the title. And this is the story of Andavan Pichai and Pinnavasal Periava. Both of them lived in the recent past only. And there are other Mahans who are involved in this particular recording. They are Bhagavan Ramana, Kanchi Paramacharya, Nero Sadasiva Brahmendra, Swami Sivananda of Divine Life Society. Andavan Pichai and Pinnavasal Periava, both of them belong to Tamil Nadu. Andavan Pichai lived in Madras. Pinnavasal Periava lived in a place called Pinnavasal, and this Pinnavasal is near Lalgudi, near Trichy. I had a great opportunity to visit the Adhishtanam of Pinnavasal Periava. Let me start the story, and in the beginning only, I have a small request to make to the listeners that it is very difficult to believe this story. Andavan Pichai, the name was given to her later on. Her birth name was Maragadavalli. We will call her as Maragadamma. Maragadamma took birth in a family where her elders were very knowledgeable in English and Sanskrit. And she used to hear a lot about Lord Muruga of Tirthani from her grandmother. And in those days, many girl children were not allowed to go to school. The tutors were brought inside the house. So she was also given tuition. And as the practice of those years, she got married when she was a child, I should say. And she went to her husband's place. And one of the festival days, she came to her mother's place, and she was with her grandmother, who had influenced her when she was very small by telling a lot about Lord Muruga. Maragadamma had a vision in which Lord Muruga appeared, and he wrote Om Saravana Bhava in her tongue. From that particular day, she started singing poems, and all her elders were surprised because suddenly this happened. And there was no end to this. It was so spontaneous, and Lord saw to it that many songs come out of her, and they were all offered to him. And she went back to her husband's place, and she started living like a householder, and she gave birth to a few children. And one day it so happened that she was engrossed in Lord Muruga's devotion, and she was writing some poem. A newborn child was sleeping next to her, and it cried for milk, but she was not conscious of what was going around her. And when it was crying, she did not notice it. This matter became very serious, and her mother-in-law came into the picture, and she told her that from that day she should give a promise that she will do her family duties properly, and she will not indulge in this kind of an activity. For 24 years, Maragadamma never wrote any poetry. Every act of hers was through her mind, and she was devoted to Lord Muruga. In her life, only two people existed, she and Lord Muruga. But she performed all the family duties. So, this is the most important aspect I thought I want to share with my listeners, that remaining in family, how she was devoted to Lord Muruga. All her writings were put in a trunk box, and then she never even gave any attention to it. And her mother-in-law told her that she should give a promise. And as it happened, she took a promise, or she gave a promise, and she followed it also. I paused my recording here for a while. When elders interfere in some of the matters of their younger generation, sometimes they have their own concerns. We should not try to criticize some of the advices what they give. For a devotee, it will look very odd that her devotion had come to an end, but she was devoted to Lord Muruga in her heart. She continued her family life. She gave birth to a few more children, and one day, when she was carrying her grandchild, she fell unconscious because she fell from the staircase. And her condition was deteriorating, and she was unconscious also, and hopes that she will revive were diminishing. Almost, I should say that she was about to end her life. At that time, Pinnavasa Periava decided to enter her body. Now, who was Pinnavasal Periava? What happened in his life? Why did he enter her body? These are the questions all of us have. I'll continue this incident, how he entered her body, how both of them lived together in the same body for a few years. All these details I will give in my next recording. Thank you.